Hey, what's up you guys? I'm back for a new video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my New Year's resolutions. Like I stated in my previous video, my quarter life crisis, through kind of coming out of this identity crisis, I've actually decided to make New Year's resolutions this year, and it's not something that I typically do. Like I stated in my previous video, I really am not someone that likes making New Year's resolutions. Honestly, most of the time I think they're a waste of time. I feel like for the first month people put so much energy and time into them, and then within like 3 weeks they're over all of it, and it kind of just seems pointless to me. But this year I actually want to make New Year's resolutions, and instead of writing them down, I thought I would actually just make a video on it because it requires a lot more accountability when I kind of put it out there that I'm trying to do these things, and then I can kind of check back at the end of the year and be like, wow, did I really stick to my resolutions? And also you guys can kind of keep me accountable for these things and kind of ask me, hey, are you doing this or are you doing that? Well, anyways, I'm just gonna jump right into my resolutions. My first New Year's resolutions is to go vegan for a month, the month of January. This is something I'm super excited about. I've been studying veganism for probably 3 to 4 years. And you might be asking, well, if you've studied it so long, why haven't you just done it? And the reason is that I am someone who really likes to research the hell out of stuff before I do it. And I'm someone who, once I do something, I stick to it. So I won't do something unless I 100% know that I can actually like follow through with it. And also, I've been studying several diets throughout the 3 or 4 years and kind of comparing each diet and kind of getting more information on how they're beneficial, how they're not, kind of the benefits and the things that aren't great about the diet. And so with all that information, I finally decided that I wanted to try it. Now, if you've watched my other video, I already eat pretty healthy. I already am gluten-free, and I haven't been recently, but for the past like year, I've been on and off dairy-free quite a bit. So one of the reasons why I was hesitant to go vegan was because I am gluten-free, and a gluten-free vegan is a bit of a challenge. And I do have a sensitivity to gluten, and my body does react bad, so it's not something that I can just like not do and just be vegan and not be gluten-free. I really have to be a gluten-free vegan. Now, I'm just doing this for the month of January. I don't know if I'll stick with it. I have a feeling that I'll end up eating less meat in general and cutting mostly meat out of my diet, but I don't know if I will go full vegan or just like some form of vegetarian, sorry. So I don't know, we'll see, but I'm doing it for the month, and I will be documenting my experience. I probably am going to do weekly videos showing you guys kind of what I'm eating, what I'm making for food, and then kind of like in a vlog style telling you how it's going for 4 weeks. So stay tuned for those videos. My second resolution is to clean our home. Now, our house is clean, but because we evacuated our home because of the Thomas fires, our house is just kind of a disaster right now. Our car was literally full of all of our stuff, food, just stuff is everywhere. We had to buy food and water because we didn't know what was going to happen. So everything in our house right now is just so disorganized, so out of order. We were living out of a suitcase for like a month, so we've got clothes everywhere, things need washing. So a lot of house chores I want to get done this year. And another big house thing that I want to do is cleaning out our guest bedroom. So our guest bedroom right now has actually been kind of a storage room for all of my wedding stuff. And it's been about 5 months since we've gotten married, and it feels like it's time to clean out that room. But it's so much stuff, you guys. Like, if you've ever gotten married, I don't know if you've experienced this, but I had so much stuff left over from our wedding. I spent a lot of money on wedding decor, and we have tons of gifts, and I mean, it's just full of boxes. Just full of stuff from our wedding. And every time I've started to get in there, I get really overwhelmed. And I think part of it also is that there's a lot of sentimental items in there, like different decor or letters or like, you know, my wedding shoes or jewelry or just like anything you can think of wedding related is in there. And so when I start to go through it, I get so overwhelmed, and I know that I need to get rid of a lot of it and sell some of it because I did spend quite a bit of money on decor. But it's also this weird sentimental thing where I'm like, I don't want to get rid of it. So my goal is to clean out our guest room so that people can actually stay in there. And that might sound like a small thing, but it's gonna take me a long freaking time because I also need to sell everything. I need to take pictures of stuff. So that is another one of my New Year's resolution, is to get that room cleaned out. And then also just kind of organize stuff better. Our closets need to be better organized. I have lots of clothes that I like want to give to Goodwill, so I need to go through my clothes and get rid of a bunch of stuff. And there's also another project of putting a bunch of picture frames and stuff on our wall above our couch and kind of doing a really cool like collage thing. I've been wanting to do that for like the past 5 months, and I keep putting it off because again, it feels like such a big project. I need to print out different pictures, I need to get different frames, I need to hang them up, I need to nail them. And I'm not so much of like a crafty house person. I'm creative, but I'm not crafty. So the thought of doing that just feels like a big drain. So yeah, those are some of my house things that I like to do. Another thing, a New Year's resolution, is to do something more with my hobbies. So I love fashion, and I was learning the piano for like 6 months and then just stopped, was getting lessons. I would love to in some capacity pick back up learning the piano again. And then also I'm considering making a separate Instagram account that's just for fashion, because for a while I've wanted to do stuff with fashion, but I don't really want to do it on my own personal Instagram because, you know, a lot of friends and family follow me and they might not necessarily want to just see fashion related stuff. So I'm thinking about creating an Instagram that's just for fashion, me just putting looks together, talking about more natural beauty products, and just having a space where I can kind of girl out and not blow up everyone's feed. So I'm thinking about doing that, but the problem with that is that I really need someone that can take pictures of me. And I could ask my husband, but he's a very, very busy person and has a pretty higher stress job. And so for him to do that, he said he would, but it's just really time consuming. And I'd want to do it at least once a month with different looks. And he's not really a photographer type, so I don't really know if that would be a good idea, but maybe. So those are like two things that I'm wanting to do, but not really sure in what capacity. And then the other New Year's resolution is that I want to continue making YouTube videos regularly. And so regularly looks like weekly. And I've started doing that, and I am pretty proud of myself for having regular content, but I want to continue that all the way to 2019. I want weekly videos. I really like doing this. Even though I don't have a lot of subscribers, or, a lot of people might not find my videos interesting, for me, it's just like a fun hobby and a creative expression where I can kind of just express myself and in a cool video form. So I want to continue to do that monthly. And then my last resolution is to figure out schooling for holistic health. And I kind of mentioned that I'd like to do that. The biggest thing is waiting on finances to come in, because these certificates or programs do cost money, and some of them are kind of expensive. So me and my husband are kind of in the process of figuring out what that looks like. So I really want to get more clarity this year on that and what my next steps are in doing that. So, and of course fitness. I don't hate working out. Once I do it, I love it, but getting myself to work out regularly is so challenging, especially because I just get really comfortable. And I guess that's a good thing, because I have gotten more comfortable in how I look. So I don't have as much I feel like I used to work out because insecurity drove me to do that. And now, because I'm more secure in myself, to be honest, it's harder to get motivated to work out, but I know that I need to, just for health reasons and to build muscle and to get more tone, just so that my bones and joints are really healthy. So I want to try to work out 3 times a week. This is probably going to be my hardest one because it is a challenge for me to stay in a workout routine. It's so much easier for me to eat healthy, but it's so much harder for me to work out. And I feel like some people it's the other way around, but for me that tends to be the case. So alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's a little bit different, but I really wanted to kind of document my New Year's resolution so that I will stick to it. But yeah, in the comments below, tell me what your New Year's resolutions are, what you'd like to do this year or see this year. It doesn't even have to be actual things. It can just be simple like, I want to grow in self-love. Oh, that's another one for me, is I really want to grow in self-love. And so yeah, it can kind of just be anything. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos on my vegan journey for this month. All right, well that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope you have a wonderful new year. Bye.